Women of MAGA are blaming victims of Epstein. Let me explain that yet again. Women of MAGA are coming on the internet, on this platform and many like it, blame 13, 14, 15-year-old girls for the things that happened to them by the hand of Epstein or the Tangerine Twat Waffle in the Oval Circus. How depraved you have to be as a woman to come down and side with the perpetrators over the victims of such horrendous actions like grape, sodomy, and absolute abuse of power across all mounds. Putting aside Lake Michigan, putting aside all of the allegations that have been found in court, you have an adjudicated rapist who has been accused of horrendous things, and yet MAGA women are on here defending and trying to somehow excuse it as these girls knew what they were doing, they knew what they were getting, and they were somehow culpable in the actions that were happening to them. Now, I could see MAGA men doing this because MAGA men ultimately don't understand the magnitude and the emotional damage brought down by a 44-year-old trying to play with a 13-year-old girl, but a woman, a MAGA woman, coming forward and making a video on this platform saying that it was acceptable and that those 13-year-old girls knew exactly what they were doing is disgusting and vile on a level that can't be explained on here without being censored or suppressed. But one thing is for certain, at what point did you become so complicit or naive or just blatantly unhinged to think that you could blame a victim for what happened to them? There is never a time to blame a 13, a 14, or a 15-year-old child. It's never anybody's fault at that age for the things that happen to them when you're dealing with adults that are perpetrating, grooming, and targeting children to do some of the most unspeakable things that we can possibly talk about. We can't talk about it. But to see women of MAGA coming down on the victims and somehow trying to make them the fault, make them the issue because you're so blind that you cannot possibly imagine that the person that you voted for, that you fielded your guilty to, is actually guilty of crimes against humanity and the sanctity and decency of a person's life. How can you possibly justify your actions? And how can anybody that watches this still stay silent and not be searching out and calling out these women of MAGA for exactly how horrible they are? Please leave a comment, share, and if you've seen any of these videos, please tag me so that way I can address them, each and every one of them.